Hey, I'm Stephen Yunty here in Charlemont, Mass. at Matt's Automotive doing the roadside crawl. We'll be back at the junkyard pretty soon, but in the meantime, let's check out some vehicles here on the side of the road. And this here is a 1965 Chevy Malibu. And with that said, the second year for the Malibu arrived in 64 as Chevrolet's first mid-sized offering, sold like hotcakes. It really became the dynasty for the muscle car movement of the 1960s. And again, the mid-sized Chevelle, the A-body platform, also used by GTO, Buick Skylark, Olds Cutlass, F85, etc. And a great platform, light and yet stiff enough for drag racing and a little bit of stock car use. These are great sportsman cars, weekend racers with big fat tires and stuff like that. And again, full frame car, body on frame. So pretty substantial vehicles. Now, this one is a flat hood, as you would expect, of course. No domed hoods until 1966 when the Super Sport arrived with the fake scoops on the top of the hood. With that said, unadorned here. But under the hood, well, before we get to that, the front fenders have a little call out. It says 230. That would be the base 230 cubic inch six popper. There's, I believe, also a 194, which would have been a possibility. I know in Novas they had them, maybe in Chevelles, but I think the 230 was the smallest motor you could get in a Chevelle, or the 327 or the 283 or a big block 396. They only made 201 Z16 Chevelles in 1965, the beginning of the big block Chevelle. So what do we have here? Let's pop the hood and find out. Well, there it is. That's a big block Chevy. Definitely been hot rodded. I'm not going to say this is the original. It's not a Z16. Won't pretend that that's the case here. It'd be nice to find one, but this ain't that. Power steering, of course, factory stuff. I see a power dual circuit power booster here. It has front disc brakes, been added. The big block's a nice surprise. Some hooker headers there with some thermal coating here. It's kind of burning off a little bit, but again, Adelbrock Performer RPM dual plane intake, a nice fat Holley 4-barrel carb, the obligatory HEI distributor right there, no points, internal coil, much less maintenance, pretty much turn the key and go, no tune-ups needed at all. So pretty cool piece. Now let's go around to this side here and see what we can find. And a little bit of surface rust on this car. It's a great project car for sure. Some Bondo in the quarters. What else is new for a New England car? But here we have the bucket seat interior. Now, buckets were standard fare on a Super Sport up until 1965. You paid extra for the buckets starting in 66, but not sure if these are original buckets. Probably just a bench seat car back when. It does have a 4-speed that's been added along with the big block, probably the pedals also from the big block. The steering column tells the tale. It's an automatic column right there with the 2-speed power glide, which would have been the original transmission behind that six-banger. Long ago history, ancient history by now. But again, nice example of the first generation of the A-body, second year for Chevelle, 1965. And in total, there were about 294,000 Chevelles built in 1965, of which only 80,666 were two-doors like this one, two-door hardtops. Also, convertibles were possible in the Chevelle land. But with that said, let's come around the back. I do see a 10-bolt rear axle, so the original 6-cylinder axle was not upgraded to handle that big block in the 4-speed. But with that said, it'd be nice to put a 12-bolt in there. But nice piece. And on the rear bumper we see here, Gibson's Chevrolet Amherst, Mass. Now we're in Charlemont, Mass. Right here. Amherst is not that far from here. It's possible this car was originally sold by Gibson's Chevrolet in Amherst, Mass. Now it's defunct, but very likely to be where the bumper came from and perhaps the rest of the car. And we see this right here. Some people say the thing's all rusty, right? Now there's a difference between surface rust and structural rust. I would say this car has a bit of both. Now this stuff here could be, dealt with, stripped and stuff like that, and then properly treated and then, painted and restored. The quarter panels, sadly, have had a fair amount of Bondo and repair work done here. It's flaking off. Bondo is a temporary fix to a permanent problem. It's best to weld in fresh metal. But with that said, this would be a fun little machine with a big block, the 4-speed. Leave it like it is. Put a sticker on it and go bang gears. Have some fun with it. I like the wheels on this thing. Some American Racing Daisy or S2000s, call them what you will. These are American Racing aluminum rims, pretty popular. 70s, late 60s, early 80s, 1970s stuff. And one thing that's kind of neat about the Chevelle, good or bad, you tell me, the gas filler is here, right behind the license plate, kind of hidden out of sight. The only bummer is in a rear-end collision, it's a prime target for a conflagration. Hope for the best. And around this side, we see this here. This is an antenna. This is not the factory piece. This is not a factory. This is from another car, but this might have been a power antenna car. where the antenna mast would be right here. And again, this is a two-door hardtop. Again, Chevelles Malibus were only available as hardtops or convertibles. There are no wagons, no four doors in Malibu lands, at least in this realm. And again, this one here is open here, no B pillar, no door frame, so it's kind of cool. It's sportier than a two-door sedan 300 series Chevelle, if you will. And coming to the front of the car, again, we see the big block right there, ready for Friday night fun. This car may be available, not sure, but if you want to learn more about it, you can reach out to Matt's Automotive Matt's Auto 68 at Verizon.net. So that's the story on this one here. It may or may not be for sale, not sure, but you can find out. Just email him again at Matt's Automotive 68 at Verizon.net. So if you like this video, give us a thumbs up and be sure to subscribe to the C-Mag's YouTube channel. And we're back with more roadside gold and junkyard gold coming up. So we were in the junkyard yesterday, made about 5 or 6 videos there. And so we're back in the junkyard pretty soon. In the meantime, these are easier to do, less trees, less ticks, less fleas, just saying. But it's great to just walk around on grass and make these videos. But again, we'll be back with more of these videos. So tune in tomorrow.